Allahu, 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 Allah. Allahu, 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 Allah. Allahu, 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 Allah. Allahu, Allahu, Allah. In this session, we will look at lesson 1. We will look at the letters A, L, M, and D. We will also look at the vowels A, I, and U. And lastly, we will look at the UN vowels. For number 1, the following letter is called A. Here you will notice a long vertical line with a little symbol placed above it. That symbol resembles the reverse of the number 2 in English. Or it is the long vertical line, but the symbol is placed at the bottom. Later you will know when to place the symbol at the top or when it should go to the bottom. This is letter A. For number 2, trace the letter A in the following exercise. Here you have several examples of the letter A. You have to trace all of them. You start from the top going down. Then you put in that symbol. Or you start from the top going down, but you place the symbol at the bottom. Here you have several examples of the letter A. You have to trace all of them. This is the simplest letter from the Arabic alphabet. For number 3 we have, there are 3 short vowels that are used to spell words in the Arabic language. The first of these is the A vowel. You will notice a little tick here within brackets, which is placed over the letter as is shown in the following. Here you have the letter A with that little tick above. The little tick is the A vowel. Of course, to write these, you have to write the letter A first, then the A vowel above. For number 4, the English capital letters will represent the Arabic letters, and the English common letters will represent the Arabic vowels either above or below. Here you have the English capital letter A, and it represents the Arabic letter A. And here you have the English common letter A, and it represents the A vowel above. So the English capital letters will represent Arabic letters, and the English common letters will represent Arabic vowels, either above or below. Also, the English capital letters will be in blue color, while the English common letters will be in green color. For number 5, Arabic words are spelled by calling the letters first, and then their vowels either above or below. So the below spelling will be AA. AA is sounded as if the letter A is silent, like the A sound in the English at, and must not be stressed as if there are 2 A vowels. Here you have the letter A with its A vowel above. So when you spell, you start from the letter to its vowel above. In this case, we say A. Remember that this sound or syllable must not be stressed, because one is a letter and the next one is a vowel, and these are not regarded as 2 A vowels. So once again we say A. For number 6, the letter below is called L. Here we have the letter L, and you will notice that part of the L goes below the line. Trace L in the following exercise. Here you have several examples of the letter L. You are to trace them. You start from here at the top, and then you go down, then you go across, and then you go up a little. So here once again is the letter L. For number 7, the letter L with an A vowel placed above it will give a la sound, as in the English lat. Trace a la in the following. Here we have a la, Allah. You have to read and write from the right to the left. How do you write Allah? You start from here. You trace here. Then you put in the symbol. Then L. After that you put in the vowels. And so you have a la, Allah. You have several examples of Allah here. You are to trace all of them. For number 8, note A. For Arabic, we read and write from the right to the left. And B, all the letters of a word are written first, then their vowels, either above or below. So these are two important instructions that you should remember. The first one is that we are always reading and writing from the right to the left. And the next one is that we always have to write in our letters first and then put in the vowels either above or below. For number 9, trace the letter M in the exercise below. Here you have a new letter, letter M. You begin writing by tracing from here. You go on up, then you come down, then you go below the line. How would the letter M appear in the different parts of a word? Here is how the letter M will appear when it is alone. When it is at the beginning of a word and it has to be attached to a letter that comes after it, this is how it will appear. You start from here. You go on up, and then you come down, and then you go on to join to the other letter. Here we have another example. How will the letter M appear when it is between two letters? That is, it is joined to letters on both sides. Here you will notice that the M has two stems, one on the right side and one on the left side. So from another letter it will come here, it will go up, then it will come back, and then it will go on up and come down and continue to be joined to another letter. And here we have another example. There is yet another way to write the letter M between two letters. You start from here, you go on up to make a smooth circle. Then you continue until you join to the next letter. And here is how the letter M will appear at the end of a word. Here on the right side you have a stem, which will be from the other letter. So to begin writing the letter M, you start from here, you go across, then you go on up, you come down, and then you go below the line. So these are all the forms of letter M, how the letter will appear in the different parts of a word. For number 10, the letter M with an A vowel above will give a ma sound, as in the English word mat. The letters L and M are cut and their upper parts are joined to other letters. Trace the two groups of letters. Here we have the first group. Here is where the letter M has been cut and joined to the letter L. And so you have M-A ma, L-A la, mala. How do you write mala? You start from here. M, L. Then you put in the vowels. So here you have the illustration of how the letter M has been cut and joined to the letter L. And here you have the transliteration. In this next group of letters, the L has been cut and joined to the letter M. How do we spell this group of letters? We have L-A la, M-A ma, A-A a, lama a. To begin writing lama a, we start from here. L, M, A, symbol. Then we put in the vowels. And so we have lama a. Here we have an illustration of how the L has been cut and joined to the M. And here we have the transliteration. Note: the songs produced by the above letters with their vowels must be short. As I have mentioned before, the A vowel is a very short vowel. We cannot say mala or mala. We have to pronounce it as mala. Also over here, we cannot say lama'a. We say lama'a. For number 11, the I vowel is placed under the letter to give it an E sound, as is shown in the following. Here we have A-I-E. You will notice that the symbol has come down to the bottom. That is because we have the vowel at the bottom, and it is an I vowel. So when you write, you have to write the letter first, then the symbol, and then the I vowel at the bottom. Once again, we have A-I-E. L-I, li. M-I, me. A-I-E. me. Here we have a note. AI is pronounced as if the A is silent, and the I vowel is sounded like the letter E in English without any stress. Some people would find it very difficult to say A-I-E. Instead, they would say A-I-I. So to pronounce it correctly, you spell it and pronounce it as if the A is silent, and the I sounds like E in English. For number 12, we have likewise Li equals li and Mi equals me without any stress. For number 13, trace and pronounce the following letters with their vowels. Here you have several groups of letters. You would have to spell, pronounce, and trace them. A-I-E, M-A, ma, L-A, la, imala. To write imala, you start from here. A, symbol, M, L, vowels, imala, A, M-I, me, L-A, la, amila. A, symbol, M, L, vowels, amila. A, L-A, la, M-I, me, alami. A, symbol, L, M, vowels, alami. L-A, la, M-I, me, A, lamia. L, M, A, symbol, vowels, lamia. Here we have a note. While all Arabic letters can be joined to letters before them, a few cannot be joined to letters after them. Hence, I will mention those that cannot be joined to letters after them as we go along. For example, the letter A above cannot be joined to a letter after it. In this first group of letters, you will notice that the A cannot be joined to the M. Also in the second group of letters, these letters are the same as the first group of letters. Therefore, you will notice also that the A cannot be joined to the M. Also in the third group of letters, you will notice that the A cannot be joined to the L, though the L can be joined to the M. That is because the A cannot be joined to any letter that comes after it. But in the fourth group of letters, you will notice that the A has been joined to the M before it. That is because all letters can be joined to letters before them, but not all can be joined to letters after them, and the A is one of them. I will mention the rest as we go along. Number 14. Trace the following letter that is called D. Here we have a new letter, letter D. You start to write this letter by tracing from the top to the bottom. Here also you have another example. This is how the letter D will appear at the beginning of a word. Here is how the letter D will appear in the middle of a word. It is joined to the letter that comes before it by this stem on the right. To write the letter D in the middle of a word, you start by tracing from here. You go on up, and then you come down and stop here. Here we have another example. You will notice that all of these are the same. That is because this is how the letter D will appear even at the end of a word. For number 15, trace and pronounce the following. Note how letter D appears in the different parts of a word. In this first example here, D appears at the beginning of a word. And we have D-A da, M-I me, L-A la, Damila. To write Damila, we start from here. D, M, L, vowels, Damila. Here is how D will appear in the middle of a word. And so we have L-A la, D-I-D, M-A ma, Ladima. To begin writing Ladima, we start from here. L, D, M, vowels, Ladima. And in this last example here, D appears at the end of the word. So we have A-A-A, M-A ma, D-A da, Amada. To begin writing Amada, we start from here. A, symbol, M, D, vowels, Amada. At the bottom here we have a note. A. The letter D cannot be joined to a letter that comes after it. In these two examples, you will notice that the D cannot be joined to the letter that comes after it. In this first one, the D cannot be joined to the M. And in the second one, we have a similar example where the D cannot be joined to the M. Though the D can be joined to the letter that comes before it, as in this case here, the L is joined to the D. And also in this last case here, we notice that the D has been joined to the M that comes before it. For B at the bottom here, we have the letter D has only one form. As you will notice, all of these forms are almost the same. The only difference is that there is a stem on the right side when it has to be joined to a letter that comes before it. For number 16, we have the last of the three short vowels is the U vowel, which is placed above the letters. Trace and pronounce the following. Here you have the U vowel. To begin tracing the U vowel, you start from here. And you go on up, and then you come down. Now we will look at how you spell using the U vowel. A-U-U. That is, you call the letter first, then the U vowel above. Lu, lu. Mu, mu. Du, do. Remember that the U vowel is a short vowel. Here we have a note. AU is called as if the A is silent and the U like the English O. Some people might not be able to say AU-O. Instead, they might say AU-U. So in order to help them to pronounce it correctly, spell it and then pronounce it as if the A is silent and the U is pronounced as O. Number 17. Trace and pronounce the following words. Here we have some words in which the U vowel is also included. I will trace and pronounce. A, symbol. L, M, vowels. Alamo, L, M, A, symbol, vowels. Lumia, D, M, A, symbol, vowels. Damao, L, D, M, vowels. Ladamo, M, L, D, vowels. Malado, for number 18, the UN vowels have an N vowel added to the U vowel. Trace them below. Here we have the U vowel which you have learned before. We will add an N vowel to that. Here we have the N vowel. It is written like the number 6 in English. While the U vowel is written like the number 9 in English, the N vowel is written like the number 6 in English. Here we have another example for you to trace. Now we will have some examples. AUN, un. LUN, lun. MUN, mun. DUN, dun. For number 19, the UN vowels are always placed at the end of the words. Trace and pronounce the following. Here we have AUU, ma, MUN, mun, umamun. A. Symbol. M. Vowels. Umamun. A, ma, LUN, lun, amalun. A. Symbol. M. L. Vowels. Amalun. Da, da, mi, lun, lun, damilun. D. M. L. Vowels. Damilun. A, la, mun, alamun. A. Symbol. L. M. Vowels. Alamun. And this brings us to the end of lesson 1.